Welcome back and prepare to be bedazzled because today another FB epic video is slated to transpire. Today I'm going to be shedding light on a story, which is that I quit my restaurant server job after working over 10 employee shifts at the employer's job site. How was the experience, you may ask? In the form of a quantitative score, I had to rate this experience to be a negative infinity out of 10. Was it devoid of any redeeming qualities? Lamentably, much to my dismay, much to my consternation, much to my chagrin, much to my grief, much to my agony, much to my agitation, much to my irritation, most real private sector employee jobs based on voluntary demand are often deemed to be dead-end, highly time-depleting, debilitating, minimum wage, dispiriting, unfulfilling, undesirable, harrowing, distressful, brutally wretched, and ineffably agonizing jobs that not only dispossess an employee out of almost of a sacrosanct time, but that also do not furnish them with anything close to even 1/4 of a subsistence wage for affording housing. Furthermore, most real private sector employers do not offer any benefits nor any pensions to their employees. People are eminently deterred to work real private sector employee jobs based on voluntary demand, since they do not even offer anywhere close to 1/4 of a livable wage. As per this restaurant server job, I was hired in to work a multitude of jobs. Simultaneously, I was working as a prep cook in tandem with working as a busser, and I wasn't even receiving the typical server wage because I was barred from accepting tips. When you're barred from accepting tips, and it undermines your earnings potential as a restaurant server, and that's a calamitous issue because the server pay is nowhere close to a livable wage. As per this restaurant server job, I was micromanaged. I detest and disdain being micromanaged. The employee working conditions of the server job were brutal, to say the least. I dread undergoing manual labor. I dread undergoing strenuous, debilitating, brutal manual labor. It's an inflammatory experience, to say the least, to undergo strenuous manual labor. So the wage was infinitesimal, the working conditions were brutal, and the job was devoid of redeeming qualities. So once again, to recapitulate, in the form of a quantitative score, my final verdict is that this experience working the job was a negative infinity out of 10. Working these real private sector employee jobs will now significantly ameliorate your financial health. If you do not want to be destitute, work as an entrepreneur and attempt to build up sizable recurring revenue streams on autopilot by working in worthwhile entrepreneurial capacities. Thanks for watching. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.